And she said, but I saw my cousin years later and I told him we should have listened to you. And we started talking about the FOMO in terms of all the things you miss out on when you're sitting on the sidelines as an investor. And I was sort of telling her a little bit about like what we do in the economic elevation circles and everything else. And so what we sort of discussed at that point was I said, okay, so you've already got a scholarship fund, you already have infrastructure, you already got the committee and the meetings, everybody's sending in money. I said, I would encourage you to make it super simple, make it as simple as possible. And so I told her a few little things like the monkey story. A lot of y'all know the monkey story, how Burton Malkiel taught monkeys how to invest, and the monkeys made more money than some of the experts. But even better, or at the very least, the monkeys always made more money than people who didn't invest. And I said, the biggest problem that people have when it comes to investing is when they talk themselves out of it. When you feel like you either have to have a lot of money to invest, that is not true, or that you have to have a lot of knowledge to invest, that is not true. And so basically, I explained the monkey story and I said, start simple. I said, get together your family fund, pick a couple mutual funds. You know my two favorites, VOOSPY. The AI fund is AIQ, and then there's some others. Pick some big S&P 500 name brand companies that everybody knows. Oh, now our family owns with $10,000 worth of Chipotle. We own $20,000 worth of McDonald's. We own 80, not 80, like $18,000 worth of Disney, right? And you can talk through some of that and use that as an educational opportunity so you can slowly elevate yourself because everybody knows what McDonald's does and what they sell. Well, they sell hamburgers, but actually, in reality, McDonald's sells real estate. They're a real estate company that pretends to do hamburgers. I think that Planet Fitness has a model very similar to that. I got to double check that, but I think they do too. That's why you see so many Planet Fitnesses everywhere. But anyway, which I love Planet Fitness, by the way. So here's what I wanted to. The reason I want to share that story is because I want you to do what I told them to do. It's nothing to have to pull up a Zoom, or you can use Google Workspace or Microsoft Teams and just do like a little family meeting and just start talking. And then when you start talking, you can do some basic steps like hey, get a bank account and just have one bank account. Maybe two or three people that are trustworthy can sign off on the account. Can't take any money out without voting on it and everybody talking about it. And everybody just put some money in that account. Or maybe even initially, maybe you don't even have a joint bank account. Maybe you all have your own bank accounts and you all invest separately. In fact, that's what we do. And we do money in the morning in our economic elevation training. That is literally, I compiled the total that everybody was investing. I think to all the students from the money in the morning class, I think you have about over somewhere over $100 million invested. Just so you know, in case you want to know the total of the students that are in that class, you have about $100 million in black wealth, and it's growing. It's going to be over $1 billion by the time you're done. And so just some basic things like that. And so use those opportunities. Anytime the family gets together, whether it's for Sunday dinner or for a family reunion or getting together to go to church or getting together to get Pookie a scholarship, you want to have that investing component in there because you have to invest to thrive in this society. They were creating the college scholarships because they were trained on a lot of the things a lot of us are trained on, which is you want to encourage the kids to go to school, get a degree, get a great profession, and a nice job. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But as we all know, workers don't get paid what they're supposed to get paid. Artificial intelligence is annihilating millions of jobs. And also, jobs don't tend to create financial security. So you got to actually own something. That's extremely important.